Arguably, one of the biggest events in crypto is happening this Friday. Yes, the Crypto Summit, March 7th. Expect fireworks. Now, obviously, we've all heard the names that are going to be there. What are the implications? Are they going to introduce a crypto strategic reserve? Is there going to be a new law where capital gains tax are raised? Possibly, we're going to see, buckle up. But what I want to talk about in this video is how you should navigate that, because it is going to be a boom or a bust. I have pretty strong feelings about that. That's why I wanted to make this video. I'm going to deliver the best alpha of the day, and I'm going to try to do it in under 10 minutes because I respect your guys' time. So I tweeted this out this morning. The Crypto Summit on Friday feels like a boom or bust event. One of two things are going to happen, right? There will be no middle ground in this. So either event A, which I think we are all hoping, praying for, counting on, is that Trump will either announce something that changes the landscape of Bitcoin and crypto forever and prices fly. An example of that could be a crypto strategic reserve or a Bitcoin strategic reserve, which is kind of what I'm hoping it is, but I'm also not opposed to other projects being in there. Or they're going to play with our emotions, right? And crypto is going to tank. And kind of the way that could play out would be there's no landscape news, right? There's no capital. They don't like introduce a capital gains tax where crypto is exempt from capital gains, or there's no crypto reserve. And the reason that I bring this up is because kind of the last announcement that we had, I think it was a couple weeks ago or a month or so, it felt like an announcement of an announcement. And that was kind of annoying, right? I think we all left that news event thinking like our time was really just wasted. But either way, expect volatility. And we're going to talk about, you guys should stay to the end of the video because there's a really interesting Reddit post that we're going to talk about that kind of mentions like, could this be a sell the news event? We're going to talk about that at the end of the video. All right. So what event am I talking about? If you've lived under a rock, you might not know what's going on. But on Friday, President Trump, he's going to host the first ever White House Crypto Summit, right? And there's going to be a ton of attendees. So this is happening Friday evening. And who's all going to be there, right? That's kind of what people are trying to figure out. Matt Hogan, the Bitwise CEO, or CIO, excuse me, he's saying Trump's crypto reserve will be nearly entirely Bitcoin, and it's going to be larger than people think. So I don't know. I feel like crypto Twitter, crypto Reddit, we've kind of, I've seen some pretty wild expectations. I've also heard like people are 100% thinking that something big is going to happen. Now, I obviously do think something big is going to happen. That's why I'm making this video. But I do think we need to be prepared in case that's not the case, right? And we're going to talk about how to play that. So you've already seen this list. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but the, confirmed and unconfirmed attendees, they're pretty big, right? Obviously, Michael Saylor is going to be there. David Bailey, the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine, the CEO of the Exodus wallet, JP Richardson. That one kind of threw me for a little bit. I didn't realize how big the wallet was. I used it last bull cycle, but I also had no idea what was going on. And then obviously the CEO of Coinbase, Robinhood, Kraken, Crypto.com, Brad Garlinghouse. He was rumored to not be there, but he is going to be there. He's obviously the CEO of Ripple and XRP. Obviously, I don't want to say we don't care about the White House folks, but we kind of don't care about the White House folks. Then there's this unconfirmed list, and guys, these people are showing up. There's no way that they don't show up, right? Cathie Wood, Vitalik, they're going to be there. I really think the CEO of Tether is going to be there. I do think Charles Hoskinson is going to be there. Like, I truly do believe that. The founder of Solana, Anatoly, I think he probably will be there, right? It's just too big of an event. In some ways, people are saying this could be one of the most historic events in crypto. Now, I would kind of maybe reserve that for the block one of Bitcoin happening, but I'll let you guys decide that. So a big event is set to come. And guys, this is on the precipice of Trump tweeting arguably one of the biggest tweets for altcoins maybe ever, right? Last Sunday, he tweeted this, that his executive order on digital assets, it is going to create a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Solana, and ADA, right? And then he obviously went back and retweeted this and said that he obviously loves Bitcoin and Ethereum, and he kind of left it open, like other cryptos might be there as well. So we all know how that worked, right? Like Bitcoin had this huge shoot up only for it to then kind of retrace the next day. There was also some shenanigans going on here because someone did a 50x long on ETH, right? Or I can't remember if it was ETH or Bitcoin, but they did a 50x long only to do a 50x short the next day. So there's like a lot of market manipulation. Here's what I'm watching. We are flirting with the bull market support band, right? The bull market support band, it's a 20-week and 21-week moving average. We're kind of flirting with that. We are above this white line. This is the 200-day average. And guys, we've been respecting the 200-day average for quite some time, right? We did pop below it a little bit October of last year, but we got right back above it. And it's kind of just been off to the races. I'm watching, will we continue to use the 200-day support as just that, support, right? We want to say above it. We want to bounce above it. Now, on the daily candles, we did wick below it quickly, but we bounced right back up. The next thing that I'm watching is we need to get durably above this bull market support band. And the bull market support band right now, the lower end of it sits right around 90,000, which is where we are now. And the top range of the bull market support band is 93. So can we get above this with this big news that's dropping tomorrow? Personally, I do think we can, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, the real talk of the past couple days has been these made in the USA or made in America, because this is a narrative that Trump has really been pushing. So we've been watching this, right? And I do like that CoinGecko kind of implemented this. Obviously, XRP, top of the list. It's gone up 16% for the week, which is kind of no surprise, right? I think Cardano's been the real winner here, up 38% on the week. And it's kind of wild, right? Hedera, I'm actually dropping a video on this later today, so stay tuned for that. Up 21% on the week, doing well. AVAX, I'm a little, I don't want to say frustrated, but I think this one, I was hoping this one would get a little more juice. I have a big bag of AVAX. I do think this is going to do well. I think that the market needs to get moving though, right? Before that happens. Sui in a similar boat. I love Sui as well, down 8% for the week. The other interesting thing is Ondo. This has kind of been a sleeper, right? So it's up 15% on the week. We obviously know that BlackRock, they love Ondo. They want to tokenize a bunch of assets with Ondo, some RWA, real world assets. If this is introduced in the strategic reserve, it's going to fly. It has a relatively low market cap of $3.6 billion. And it flirted with $5 billion just the end of January. So if this thing gets announced in the reserve, this is going to rip, right? Because think of it this way. ADA, which has a market cap of $33 billion, it flew like 70% on the news that it was going to be put in the strategic reserve. Well, if Ondo gets announced, which is a 10th of the size as Cardano, this thing will do like 200 or 300x in no time, right? I really do believe that. So this is a project that I might consider adding. So we talked about Bitcoin. It's starting to kind of try to take back the bull market support band. If we look at crypto bubbles, this is on the day chart. Everything's green, right? And because of that, it's green because of this big event that's happening Friday, right? Big event that's happening Friday. And again, stay to the end of the video because we're going to talk about kind of the downside of Friday and what that could bring. But on the day, lots of green. Red, it's a little bit more of a mixed bag, right? Say down 14%. This is a like rock solid. I think this is I don't want to say this is an S tier L1, but it feels like it sometimes. I think this could be sneaky. Sonic, which had a really big run up, is down 22% on the week. The good news is this. The 10-year bond yield is falling, right? It's down at 4.2, 4.3%. Guys, just a couple weeks ago, we were at 4.8%. So this is a really nice, durable move down. I am expecting that this is going to retrace back to 4.1. It's just a matter of time. The other silver lining here is the dollar is falling, right? The floor is falling out on the dollar. Just a couple weeks ago, the dollar was at 110. Right now, it's at 104, okay? Yesterday, it flirted with the 103s. I think the Trump tariffs is scaring the dollar, right? Also, the market is now pricing in more rate cuts to the interest rate, right? The Fed's funds rate. Both of these hurt the dollar. So this could be, something to potentially trade. Speaking of trading, I'm going to put my BTCC link down below. Guys, great platform. I know I mentioned a lot of my videos, but I mention it because I use it and I trust it and I have a lot of faith in it, right? So there's a 10% bonus for first-time folks who send some money over there. You can also get up to 10 Gs in additional bonus. They've been around for 13 years. If you use my link down below, you get lower trading fees. This is a no KYC, no PPM platform. Again, they are a partner of the channel, so if you use the link, it does help me out. Also, link down below is going to be my Discord. Totally free Discord. We have nothing to sell you at all. We're building an awesome community. I would highly recommend checking this out if you're looking for a group of folks who are like-minded as you and are really just trying to increase their bags. Again, totally free, nothing to sell you. I am going to cap this out at some point. We're over 150 members. Link down below. Okay, there's two sides to every coin, and I think we need to talk about that, pun intended. Friday, we have some really, really bullish news, right? The Crypto Summit, arguably the biggest crypto event, definitely of this year, maybe of the past couple years. Well, we also have looming tariffs, these retaliatory tariffs that are going to go into effect April 2nd. So that could be tough. And then the other thing is, I saw this on Reddit and I wanted to share, people are saying like, hey, what needs to happen at Friday's White House Crypto Summit for a market rally? And I wanted to show some of the responses because people are saying, this could be a short-lived pump, right? This could be a sell the news event. This guy hit the nail on the head. What we need is for positive yet not sensationalized news, right? So yeah, let's get some positive news, but let's also realize that this could be a sell the news event, right? So what I'm doing is over the past day or so, I've been buying some of these made in the USA cryptos, right? Because I think there's going to be hype building the rest of today into tomorrow. And if we do see a really big pump in Bitcoin, right, the hype leading up to tomorrow night's event, if alts start to run, I may take a little off the table before the news event. Here's the thing. It really does feel like this is going to go one of two ways, right? If he announces, and I'm going to put myself full screen for this, if Trump announces the crypto strategic reserve, crypto's going to fly. Bitcoin's going to go over 100,000. Alts are going to absolutely rip. If he doesn't announce it, the opposite is also true, right? So it's kind of one of those things. You got to have some exposure to it, but also this is my website. I'm going to link it down below. It's a little bit of bio about me. Also, if you want to get in contact with me, right, put your email address here. It'll send me your contact info. My YouTube link is here. My Twitter link is here. My Discord link is here. Just kind of a different way for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I really hate doing self-promotion. But if you guys got any value out of this, let me know down below, right? Let me know what you think is going to happen with the crypto strategic reserve. Do you think it's going to happen? Are we going to get a capital gains tax rule? I read all of the comments down below. And guys, the likes and comments, it really does help me out a lot. I genuinely appreciate all the engagement with the video. I will see you guys on the next one.